Welcome to another cartoon workshop. I hope you had a nice lockdown weekend and you've got your pens and your pencils and your paper ready for some more drawing. On my drawing board today is my homegrown carrot. Not a great specimen, you might think, and might not make much sense at the moment, but it will by the end of the workshop. And the main inspiration for this week are the NHS workers, truck drivers, supermarket workers, Captain Tom, all things that are in our minds at the moment that are keeping things going. I'm going to give you a clue now, and along with the clue, this is a really good way of doing cartoon lettering. Just watch me for now, have a go if you're in the mood. If you've got your pen ready, have a go. So I've done two lines, wider at one end than it is at the other, curved lines. It can be any shape you like, but I've done this curved shape and you'll see what it is in a minute. Again, doesn't make much sense at the moment, but I'm dividing these two lines into little rectangles all the way along. But there is some reason for this, because every rectangle is a letter. And this is how I do the letters in this particular style. That is an S. I've just blanked out little bits of this rectangle in different ways, and you can follow me. Later on I'm doing another example of this, and I will show you another time how to do cartoon lettering, but this is a really nice way of doing it. So every rectangle is a letter, and it's just a matter of shading out the bits that may take some figuring out to start with, but you soon get used to it and you soon get to know the shape of the letters. And if you work on each one as a rectangle, it makes it quite easy, and you can get a nice even line. There you go, superheroes. That's what we're working on this week. We're going to create our own superheroes. So every rectangle is, I'm counting them. You count your letters, however many letters in that, you just work it out and put that many lines in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, count them all in, put a line for every letter. If you want to extend it, if you sort of run out of line, you can always make a little bit extra at the end. I'm just going to do this for the sake of it. It's an exclamation mark at the end. You can always add on to it. And particularly if you're working in pencil, you can then go over that in pen and make an even neater job of it. Now here's my famous carrot. Where does this all come into it? Where does it come into it? Well, I was looking around for some inspiration for something to draw. I wanted to draw a superhero. And I looked at that and I thought, you know, that's a sad looking carrot, it really is. But I think I can make something from it. So surprise, surprise, I am drawing the O's, or the circles, the start with the eyes again. I will show you different techniques, but I think for now, I'm seeing such great results that we're just going to keep using this and it's so versatile. We can turn it into so many things, from animals to all sorts of things. And I am now going to turn this into a superhero carrot. And I want you to really work on your imagination to think, what can I make into a superhero? So this is mine. I've got the N shape over the eyes. I've made it into a little sort of, you know, it could still be anything at this stage. Now on the end of that line there, where I've closed off that kind of N shape, there's a little circle, and this is going to be where the cape, the carrot's superhero cape, is tied around the carrot's neck. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what I want you to do. Really let your imaginations go mad. So it's like a little curvy shape. Again, that's like a little N shape. We always use shapes that we're used to, like when we're writing, using words, letters, numbers. So I'm going to carry on doing another line alongside that, so you can see where the cape is tied around the neck. Now I'm going to do a wavy line. When we've done our shapes here for the face, I'm going to do a wavy line for the cape. So work on those bits, just take your time, have a go, rub it out, try again. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go right first time or you're not happy with it, just have another go. So I'm making the V shape, and that's the bottom part of the carrot. So just follow me as best you can, as quick as you can. Now they've got kind of lines along the body of the carrot. Just the way they grow, it just makes it more carrot-like. Especially if you colour it orange with your pencil, it's going to look even more like a carrot. Now on the top, which can be the hair, is like the stalk of the carrot, like the leaves on the top. Just wavy lines, go a bit shaky, you know, shake your hand about. And as I say, it doesn't have to be too detailed, doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It's waving back in the breeze a bit because this is a flying carrot. I'm really letting my imagination go, and I want you to as well. I just think about anything, could be absolutely anything. You know, drawing actual superheroes is one thing, but making up your own is something else. Okay, I'm making a wavy line. So it looks like it's flapping in the breeze. It's obviously, you know, going at high speed, this carrot, flying through the sky. So we'll start a little bit higher up like this, and I'm making a wavy line on the top, and then it's just a matter of joining the cape. Again, wavy lines. My pen's running out, I'm going to have to go looking for a new one. So now you've got the cape waving in the breeze. We're going to add some more details. He looks pretty determined. He's not angry, he's just determined. Again, we'd use those little shapes for the eyes, leave a little bit of reflection in the eyes. So it's happy enough, this carrot, but it just seems very determined. It's on a mission. I don't know what quite it's going to do when it gets there. But again, if later on we start doing cartoon strips, we can make a mission for it. So shade in, if you like. If you've just got your pencil, just do it in pencil shade. If you've got coloured pencils or felt tips, you know, make it an orange carrot, make it a purple carrot if you want, doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. It's your cartoon, so it can't be wrong. It's got to be right because it's what you want to draw. That's absolutely fine. So I'm just adding some shading here, and a little bit of loose shading on the cape as well. You can colour it in. Could be a red cape, blue cape, whichever. Completely up to you. Little bits for the background now. Straight line, as we've done before. A lot of M shapes, you know, fluffy cloud. We've done those before. We're going to put some little marks to make it look though it is flying through the air. Just some little strokes with your pencil or pens to make it look as though it's flying through the air. Some little lines on the cape to make it looks like it's got some folds in it. A little bit more movement, again more detail that we're adding. Now I'm going to do a cityscape here. That sounds really complicated, but it isn't. It's just rectangles again. Just do little rectangles. The sides don't have to be straight up or down. Just something that the carrot is flying over. Just lots of different angles on the square or rectangular buildings, just put them in. I'm going to work really quickly now, but you can take your time on this, because all I'm going to do with these buildings is put some little windows on them. If you want to fill any little gaps, you can do. It's completely up to you. You can put shapes on top of the buildings as well to give it a bit of variation. A dome there, triangle there. Just experiment with it on your cityscapes, and then just put the odd window on the building. It doesn't have to be lines and lines and lines, just the odd one. It's like a suggestion of windows. It sort of tells the person who's looking at your cartoon that there are lots of windows on these buildings. It just gives you that feel of a cityscape, because lots of times you see skyscrapers, not all the windows are switched on. Just the odd one or two here and there, or some are switched off. So just have a play with that. I'm doing that really quickly, but you can take your time. I just don't want to bore you watching me slowly draw loads of little squares, but just have fun with that and make it look, again, like a cityscape. And look, my carrot is now famous. It's a famous cartoon character. Who would have thought that? Perfect. So see what you can find. So I did say I was going to show you this again. There's my pen running out again. The cartoon lettering. You can do this at any sort of angle that you like, but I'm doing it again. You start wide at one end, narrow at the other. So I'm working out that I've got 5 letters. So I'm going to do 5 boxes along this line. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've not got quite enough space. So I'll just make up the end. Just play with it. Just have a go. So there are my 5 letters, because I've worked out what I'd like to write on the first bit. And here's the second bit. Again, I'm doing a curve, but you can do this any shape you like. So this has got 6 letters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, that's right, 6. We've got it. So I'm kind of planning it out roughly here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've got a bit left over, so I'll turn that into something. If you're working in pencil, you could rub those out, but because I'm working in pen, I'll have to turn it into something now, but that's fine. So this is what you can practice on, which bits to shade out. So I've got an S, I've got a U, I've got a P, just 2 little lines there. The letters are getting smaller, so you have to get close up and do it. So super, and I bet you can guess what the next one's going to be. We've got a C, A. You can practice which bits need to be shaded out of these the lettering. It gives you a really nice cartoon style, nice and even as well. So it's R, O, T. I've gone over those lines. Again, I've made a mistake, but I don't care because it's all part of drawing cartoons. You're going to go wrong now and again. I've done another exclamation mark on the ends, super carrot. And all we need then is a little picture of the character there, and that'd be like you could almost make a poster with the lettering and the character. But have a play with this. You can use different shaped lines before you start dividing it into your lettering, but every letter is a square. If you're doing an I, like on the end of that one, it's like half a width, so take that into consideration. But I will make a more detailed workshop with cartoon lettering on later. But for now, just have a play with that. Try your name. Try writing your name. Harvey, great cartoonist. We've been watching your work. Excellent. I'm just making this into a 3D now. So Harvey, you have a go at this. And the twins, you can do twice as many cartoons because there's 2 here. But we've been watching your cartoons as well. They're excellent. So like and share and all that business, and subscribe and get your friends to subscribe. Let's get everybody drawing. That'd be great. And you can let me know what you enjoyed drawing, what you'd like to see more of, and what we can work on. All together in the lockdown, coming up with a new skill. So enjoy your drawing. I'm enjoying my drawing, and we'll see you tomorrow.